What do you make of the Devils? Because they kind of arrived last year. They took that big step, and we broke it down a lot throughout the course of last year's regular season. The commitment to defense, right? They got that. Was that buy-in still there to start this year, or is that a big reason why they're playing catch-up here as we are mid-December?
Yeah, I had a few of their games early, including their home opener and season opener, I should say. The buy-in hasn't 100% been there from that standpoint, but also their personnel is a little bit different, especially on the back end as well, too, right? The thing for the New Jersey Devils for me, and I know this from speaking to Lindy Ruff and different people in the organization and Tommy Fitzgerald, all who have done a great job, is that they embrace the expectations of setting a higher bar based on what they did last year. But sometimes with that, you're the go team, you're the go Devils, you plan your toes, you're the fastest team in the league, let's continue go attack. Well, everybody watched film on them. People saw how good they were.
Secret's out.
Secret's out. Genie's out of the bottle. Let's slow them down. Let's force them to chip and chase. Let's make them play a game that they don't necessarily want to play. And you have to credit the opposing teams because they were committed to kind of make the Devils play a game and a brand that was uncomfortable for them. And now to this point, they've made the adjustment.
You look at some of these skilled teams, and I use Toronto as an example because I see that a lot. What's been the complaint about Toronto over the last couple of years is that they can get you into the playoffs and be a really good team, skilled team, beat you in the power play. But when the power plays become fewer and far between, when the power plays don't work quite as good when you get to the playoffs and you got to bump and grind a little bit, that's when it becomes difficult. Do you have the toughness to withstand some of the things that are going to happen to your hockey club? And I think when it comes to New Jersey, we're seeing bits and pieces of that. So that's why Palat was a huge piece. He's been through some of that stuff. But you don't want your players to be taken advantage of, especially some of your skilled players who are a little bit on the smaller side, let's face it. To have that grit, that toughness, that little bit more grease to your game, that's going to be important for this club moving forward. I think the goaltending situation has started to solidify a little bit, and that's been helpful for them. So no doubt what they have up front. Huge.
I was just going to compliment that. The one thing that they're missing is a shutdown D-man that's like an extinguisher.
Yeah.
That's blocking shots, that makes the opposing forwards pay a higher price to get net front, and that can kind of snuff out plays. That's what they're, and I know that they're in on Zadorov, for sure. I know that for a fact. I know that they're interested in be it Hanifin or Tanev. They're looking at that whole Calgary direction, not limited to, but I'm curious to see where that goes for them and if they're able to address that because, of course, Graves has departed for Pittsburgh. He's a steady Eddie defensive defenseman. That's an area that I'm looking to see if they add.
Like that good Branson type of guy who's just mean, he's nasty, he'll do what he's got to do, he snuffs out plays, can still give you a little bit in terms of offense, but minute-wise and just be that nasty piece of business. That would be a nice ad.
Trouba, you can't put a price on Trouba.
Oh, yeah. See,
I don't care what anybody tells me.
Yeah.
You cannot put a price on what Jacob Trouba is meant across the hut. Keep your head up.
Yeah.
You want to get in here on Shesty? You want to get in here on Quickie?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you'll be on the IR before you know it.
100%. Say what you want. The Trouba train's on the track, so I'm curious to see if the Devils add that type of element.
All right, Devils not in action tonight, coming off that stinker last night. We'll see if they can get it turned around here going forward.